Hi Kiba everybody, Angie B here with today's vlog, and the vlog topic for today is MST3K, also known as Mystery Science Theater 3000. Now for those of you who don't know anything about MST3K, it was started in 1988 and was created by a fellow by the name of Joel Hodgson. It ran until 1999 and it first started on Comedy Central, then was shifted to Sci-Fi Channel before being canceled in 99. It first starred Joel Hodgson himself playing a character named Joel Robinson, and then halfway through the series, Mike Nelson, the head writer for the show, took over as the lead actor in the series. And the whole plot, if you don't know, I've got a copy of the movie here, which is amazing, is that first a mad scientist by the name of Dr. Forrester shoots Joel Robinson into space with only two robots for company. One looks like a little gumball machine, and his name's Tom Servo. And the other one is this gold reindeer basket-headed guy. I don't know how to describe him. But his name's Crow T Robot. And at first, it was Joel and Crow and Servo. And then halfway through the show, Dr. Forrester and Joel both left, and Dr. Forrester's daughter, Pearl Forrester, Mary Jo Field, who's one of the head writers of the show too, came in, and Mike joined the crew of the Satellite of Love. And the whole purpose of this was that the mad scientists were trying to break people's will by making them watch horrible, shitty, horribly bad movies, and trying to crush their self-esteem and their will so that they could, then take over the world. But the problem was that Joel and Mike were both hilarious, okay? And all they did when they were watching these horrible movies is they mocked them. They riffed them. They tore them apart. And it's inspired. I mean, other than Doctor Who, I've yet to come across another show that had such an inspired premise. And it was a gold mine, really, because there are thousands upon thousands of horrible B movies out there that you can mock. And when you're as witty and snarky and pop culturally minded and hilarious as Joel and Mike, I mean, you've got a constant inspiration and constant source of hilarity to mock these shows. I first started watching MST3K when I was 10 years old in 1997 when it was on the Sci-Fi Channel. And I was introduced to it by my best childhood friend, Christian, who lived next door during the summer. And Christian was 2 or 3 years older than me. And so he was vastly more worldly and knowledgeable about all things awesome, at least in my eyes. And when he told me about MST3K, I knew it was going to be incredible. So every Saturday, from 97 to 99, Christian and I would watch it, Saturday mornings at 8 o'clock on Sci-Fi. And it was amazing. I mean, some of my fondest memories as a child. And when they canceled the show in 99, Christian and I watched the last episode, Diabolique, together, and it was a hard thing because it felt like a chapter of our childhood was closing and something that was really incredible and awesome was coming to an end, but I was glad Christian was there to watch it with me because he'd introduced me to it, and so it was only right that he was there when it ended. It wasn't until a couple of years later that I found out that the show had been going on since 1988, since a year after I was born, and there were dozens and dozens of episodes that I'd never seen. I mean, I grew up watching Mike. I didn't even know about Joel until I was much older, so there are still episodes out there I haven't seen. There's still a handful of Mike episodes I haven't seen, and I've only seen, 10 or so of Joel's episodes, so there's tons of MST3K out there still to watch. MST3K also introduced me to two of my best friends from grade school and high school, Kara Jo Levery and Heather Gillespie. When I moved in 7th grade and transferred to a new school, I was very lonely and antisocial and I didn't know anybody. And one day on the playground, I heard Kara Jo and Heather quoting the movie, okay? And I immediately knew I had friends, because who else at that age knew about MST3K and how awesome it was? It was like you're a part of a cool, hip club, If you knew about MST3K, you were the shit. So I became friends with Heather and Kara, and it was amazing. And one of the best things about MST3K is it's the kind of show that you have to watch over and over and over again to fully appreciate. I mean, at 10 years old, when I was watching it, I didn't understand half the jokes, because at that age, you don't know who Newt Gingrich is. You don't know, Beverly Hillbilly quotes that Tom always likes to drop into the movies. And I mean, it's the sort of show where you really have to watch it over and over again because there's so many obscure references and out there quotes, and it's a really rewarding show because you can watch it several times before you fully appreciate just how much effort went into the show and how awesome it is and how hilarious it is. I'm definitely a Mike girl more than a Joel girl because, I mean, I grew up watching Mike, and I've always liked Mike's humor more than Joel's. I mean, Joel's a little bit more subdued. I have to send a shout out to Comically So because for the past, couple years or so, I've always equated MST3K with Comically So because Comically So loves the show. She's a Joel fangirl from way back when, and makes some hilarious icons from the show, and so I hope you feel honored to be equated with such awesomeness. I mean, I also equate you with, Anderson Cooper and Stephen Colbert and Jon Stewart, but MST3K especially, so hope you appreciate just how awesome that is. Real quick, I'm going to just mention a couple of my favorite episodes. I love the movie. It's so good. I love The Horrors of Spider Island. It's one of those episodes I always have to show when I have people around. It's just so good. Really bad dubbing, bikini-clad girls, cat fights, giant spiders. It's awesome. I really love Space Mutiny because it stars Big McLarge Huge, aka Squat, Punch Groin, and Thick McRun Fast, and Chunkhead, aka David Ryder. I mean, I love the running gag in that episode with all the different horrible names they come up with for him. I love Final Sacrifice, the worst thing to ever come out of Canada. I mean, the main character's name is Zap Rousdower. How much more ridiculous do you get? I mean, this is the caliber of movies that they watched. I love Warwolf. Warwolf, that's what the people in the movie call it, because they're all weird Eastern Europeans that are trying to pretend to be Americans. I love Devilfish. I love Touch of Satan, Screaming Skull. The Thing That Couldn't Die, The Incredibly Strange Creatures Who Stopped Living and Became Mixed Up Zombies. Actual movie title there. It's really just such an amazing show. It's inspired. I love it. The one episode I'm really determined to watch, it's like top of my priority, is Mitchell, which is the last episode Joel was ever in, the first episode Mike was ever in. And I hear amazing things about it. It's starring Joe Don Baker. It's a cop movie. I've seen clips and I know quotes and it looks hilarious, and I really need to find that. If you've never seen MST3K before, you have to. I mean, do yourself a favor, do me a favor, and watch it, okay? There are several episodes that are still up on YouTube. There's utternerd.org, which is a torrent site, and I know a lot of people don't like torrents, but every single episode of MST3K ever made is up there. I'll post the link to that on my journal. But really, it's such a funny show. It's inspired, it's witty, it's intelligent, it's really well done. And it's the sort of show that I quote every day. I mean, it's in my day-to-day vocabulary. It's an awesome show, so if you never checked it out, give it a try. That's my vlog for today. That's my good deed for the day. To all you Misties coast to coast, stay cool. Check you later.